Hi guys, so this is my second time trying to make this video. So this message is for my collective, the main collective I've been talking about, for the collective who has gone through the spiritual journey, who have, you're somewhere different, but you're not sure where you are. And it feels strange, and it's been feeling this way. You may have just started feeling this way, or it's been feeling this way for a while, and you're not sure like what's going on. Like your body is here, you're in the physical world. You're not, before you would have been like, you're spiritually, you have been like going on these journeys, right? Doing all the work spiritually. You have taken a turn now, and you're now rooted in the physical world, so you feel disconnected spiritually a little bit. And so you're kind of missing the spiritual part, because the physical world, the physical world is really, really hard. But you are missing the spiritual part, like all the spiritual work you were doing. You were feeling so at home. But while doing all that spiritual work, you weren't feeling rooted in the physical world. So now you feel rooted in the physical world, but spiritually you feel disconnected. So this is for that collective. So what I see is like the two need to join. Like there needs to be a balance there. So that's what you're being taught right now. You're being taught balance. You've done all the spiritual work. That's done. That's complete. You may be like, well, I could do more. Yeah, of course. Like, I'm not saying you're done forever. I'm just saying to get you through this major transformation, to get you through this major shift, you've done what you need to do. You're going to keep doing spiritual work. But right now, what you're being called to do is root yourself in this physical world. And I think I've said that before a couple of weeks ago. You are rooting yourself here because this is where you live. I know that it feels better in the other places that you've gone to, your soul has gone to. It feels like home. It feels joyful and beautiful. You feel safe and protected. You're still that. You've put in a lot of work to get yourself there. You're still that. But what you're doing now is you're rooting yourself here. So you're rooting yourself here, and then you're learning to call in that. Okay, so not call in that. That's already in your, like, for me, it's like down here somewhere in my belly. That's already within you. Everything that you've done is already within you. So what you're being called to do now is to root yourself here in this physical world, and to actually call up. So not call in, but call up and out all that soul work that you've been doing, to make it apply here. So just the balance is what I'm hearing. So you're just tasked with finding a balance between the two, because first, when you first started, you were solely rooted in this physical world. You were not really, you were connected to the spiritual world, but it was just, someplace you visit when you sleep or in your daydreams. And so then it flipped. And while you're going through this journey, you were rooted in the spiritual world. And you didn't feel like you were rooted here. You were imbalanced. So now you're rooted here, and it feels like you are rooted in the spiritual world again, but you miss it. So it's not like before where you were just doing everything here. You miss it. You know what it feels like. You know what home feels like. So what you're called to do now is just to bring it out of you and find balance here. So you may have stopped meditating or started again. So I'm hearing you need to meditate. Do everything that you did before when you were solely rooted in the spiritual world, but also maintain I'm just seeing like someone with magnets on the bottom of their feet, and they're firmly planted on earth. So maintain here, but still do your practices, your journaling, your soul work, your shadow work. Do that as well. But still make sure that you are maintaining connections. You are going out with people. You are talking with people. You are not sequestered somewhere in your room, and all you're doing is soul work. And yeah, so that's the whole message. Find balance here.